If you are over 60 and eat avocados regularly, there is a specific chemical clash happening inside you right now that your doctor has almost certainly never told you. It's not because they don't care. It's because the medical system rarely connects a simple health food to the precise pharmacology of the life-saving pills on your nightstand. While the world praises avocados, they have 10 silent ways of sabotaging the very organs you are trying to protect. By the time we finish today, you will see this food in a way that changes your decisions at the grocery store forever. I'm Dr. Michael Kent. Now, let's be honest, avocados are a nutritional powerhouse. The healthy fats and anti-inflammatory compounds they contain are medically proven, but listen closely. A food powerful enough to re-engineer your blood chemistry is also powerful enough to cause catastrophic interference if you aren't careful. The biological effects are real, and so are the consequences. What I'm about to show you isn't a theory. These are medical collisions happening in real kitchens with real medications to people over 60 at this very moment. Here is the truth. They never tell you directly. After 60, your body's internal operating system has changed. Your kidneys are filtering blood slower than they used to, often silently without a single warning sign. Your liver is processing compounds differently. Your heart is working under pressures that didn't exist in your 40s. The rules have changed. What was a superfood at 40 can become a biological hazard at 70, not because the avocado changed, but because you did. And right now, avocados are sitting at a dangerous crossroads with your aging biology that could be compromising your health every single morning. Mistake number one, and this is a hidden crisis that the medical community rarely speaks about in public. It's the danger of eating avocados daily while taking common blood pressure or heart medications. Most people think bananas are the potassium kings. They're wrong. A single avocado can pack nearly double the potassium of a banana. Now, here is the clinical trap. Potassium is vital, but your body keeps it on a razor thin edge. Too little is a problem, but too much that leads to a condition called hyperkalemia. As you age, your safety buffer for potassium disappears. What used to be a healthy snack is now a chemical overload that your aging systems can no longer flush out. Your kidneys are the gatekeepers. Their job is to flush excess potassium out of your blood. But here's the crisis. 37 million Americans are living with declining kidney function right now, and the vast majority have no clue. Their filters are already failing. Now add the medication layer. If you take blood pressure drugs like lisinopril, ramipril, or Lartin, you are already under a pharmacological potassium load. These drugs are designed to keep potassium in your system. When you add a daily avocado to this mix, you aren't just eating a healthy food. You are suffocating your kidneys. You are forcing a potassium accumulation that your body physically cannot clear early. Hyperkalemia is a master of disguise. It feels like simple muscle weakness, a bit of fatigue, or a flutter in your chest that you'll want to dismiss as stress. Do not ignore it. These are the warning shots before a dangerous cardiac arrhythmia. This isn't a theory. It's a clinical reality for seniors on blood pressure meds. But here is the fix. You don't have to banish avocados. You need to know your GFR, your kidney speed limit. Ask your doctor or even your local pharmacist about your potassium threshold. That 160-con conversation could quite literally be the most important life-saving step. You take this year. Mistake number two is the most dangerous because it targets the people who are trying the hardest to be healthy. It's not just about what you eat. It's about the hidden timing of how an avocado hits your blood sugar. You see, an avocado is almost 80% fat. This fat acts like a biological brake, slowing down your gastric emptying, the speed at which food leaves your stomach. Now, you've probably been told that slowing down sugar absorption is always a good thing. You've been told wrong. The latest research reveals a much more complicated and concerning story that most health gurus are completely ignoring. Data published in Diabetes Care reveals a disturbing truth. When you eat high-fat avocados alongside refined carbs, you are effectively jamming your cellular locks. The fat accumulates inside your skeletal muscle cells, the very place where sugar is supposed to be burned for fuel. This creates a molecular roadblock that stops insulin from doing its job. Think about that the next time you have avocado toast on white bread or a side of orange juice. The avocado isn't the villain. The combination is after 60, your muscles are already more vulnerable. Pairing this fat with the wrong carb doesn't just raise your sugar, it locks it into your bloodstream. The food is the same, but for your heart and your brain, the consequences are a world apart. Mistake number 3 catches even the most disciplined health enthusiasts completely off guard. It's about the avocado sitting on your kitchen counter right now, specifically its level of ripeness. Most people assume an avocado is just an avocado, regardless of how soft it is. That assumption is a medical mistake. For those over 60 with a sensitive digestive tract, an unripe avocado isn't just hard, it's chemically different. It contains a surge of bitter tannins and a potent compound called persoon. In nature, this is the plant's defense mechanism. In your body, it's a recipe for an inflammatory flare-up that your aging digestive system simply isn't equipped to handle. There's a reason veterinarians warn you to never feed avocados to your pets. Persoon. This compound is toxic in high doses, and while a ripened fruit is safe, an unripe avocado is a different story. For a 35-year-old, the person's surge in an underripe fruit might just be a minor annoyance. But after 60, your gut rules are different. Your intestinal lining is thinner and your enzyme production is dropping. When you add high concentrations of FODMAP, polyols from an underripe fruit, you aren't just getting gas, you are triggering a systemic digestive flare-up. It's a biological collision your body will remember for days. The rule is simple. Wait for full ripeness or don't eat it at all. Mistake number 4 is a food safety gamble that most of you are taking every single day. The moment you slice into an avocado, a biological clock starts ticking. Most people wrap the unused half in plastic and forget about it for 2 days, assuming the fridge keeps it safe. It doesn't. An FDA study revealed a disturbing truth. The skin of an avocado is often a breeding ground for Listeria and Salmonella. When your knife passes through that skin, you are injecting surface bacteria directly into the nutrient-rich flesh. For a younger person, this might be a stomach ache, but after 60, your immune defenses are thinner. What looks like a healthy snack in your fridge could actually be a bacterial trap waiting for your next meal. Once that knife drags bacteria into the flesh, your refrigerator becomes an incubator. Over the next 48 hours, those pathogens multiply in the moist, nutrient-rich fat. For a 30-year-old, this is a minor stomach bug. For you, it's a hospital-level threat. Listeria is a leading cause of severe illness in seniors, and it does not play fair. The rule is absolute. If you save a half, leave the pit in, drench the surface in lemon juice to kill surface growth, and consume it within 24 hours, period. The avocado you put in the fridge 2 days ago has evolved into a biological risk. Don't treat it like food. Treat it like a ticking clock. Mistake number 5 involves a medication so common you probably stopped thinking about it as a risk. But if you take warfarin or Queden, listen very closely. These blood thinners are on a razor's edge. Their job is to keep your blood from clotting, but avocados contain a surge of vitamin K, the very trigger your body uses to start a clot. When you eat an avocado while on these meds, you are starting a biological tug of war. The food is working to thicken your blood while the medicine is trying to thin it. This chemical clash can quietly neutralize your medication, leaving you completely unprotected against a stroke or a blood clot. The real danger isn't the avocado itself, it's inconsistency. If you eat 3 avocados this week and none the next, you are putting your blood on a chemical roller coaster. This volatility causes your INR levels to swing violently. 1 week you're at risk for a massive stroke. The next you're at risk for an uncontrollable internal bleed. The secret is stability. If you love avocados, eat them, but eat the same amount every single week. Your doctor and pharmacist can calibrate your dose to your diet, but they cannot calibrate to chaos. The most at risk patient isn't the one who eats avocados every day. It's the one who eats them sporadically, never realizing they are sabotaging the very medicine keeping them alive. Mistake number 6, and I need you to please stay with me on this. Even if you think you don't have allergies, this mistake is almost universally misidentified in adults over 60. Most people think an allergy means hives or a swollen throat. That is a dangerous misconception. There is a second hidden type of reaction called oral allergy syndrome. Over decades, your body becomes sensitized to things like birch pollen and latex because the proteins in an avocado look nearly identical to those allergens, your aging immune system gets confused. It launches a biological case of mistaken identity, attacking the avocado as if it were a foreign invader. You aren't just eating a superfood. You're triggering a low-level immune war that is masquerading as something else entirely. What does this immune war actually feel like? It starts as a localized strike, a strange tingling on your lips, an itch on your tongue, or a scratchy sensation in your throat that hits minutes after that first bite. Most people dismiss this as simple heartburn or even a texture issue. It is neither. If you have a latex sensitivity, something doctors call latex fruit syndrome, this reaction can escalate without warning. The real danger after 60 is that this syndrome is a slow burn. You've eaten avocados for 40 years without a problem, but your body has been quietly building toward a sensitization threshold. Now that threshold has been crossed. If you feel even a hint of an unusual sensation in your mouth, stop ignoring it. You are receiving a biological warning shot. Ignore it. And the next reaction could be significantly more severe. Mistake. Number 7 is so serious that most physicians will tell you it requires 0 exceptions. This involves a dangerous clash between avocados and a class of drugs called MAOIs, including meds like phenylene and cluline, often used for depression and Parkinson's. Here is the hidden danger. Avocados contain tyramine. Normally, your body has a built-in safety valve, an enzyme that breaks tyramine down. But these medications lock that valve shut. Without it, the tyramine from your avocado floods directly into your bloodstream. You aren't just eating, you are triggering a biochemical surge that your body is now powerless to stop. The result is a hypertensive crisis, a sudden catastrophic surge in blood pressure that can be fatal. The symptoms will hit you like a hammer, an explosive pounding headache, a racing heart, and a feeling of crushing pressure in your chest. This isn't just discomfort. It is a precursor to a stroke. And don't be fooled by ripeness. On these medications, even a perfect avocado is a high-risk trigger. MAOIs might not be common, but for those managing Parkinson's or deep depression, this isn't just a dietary suggestion. It is a survival mandate. If you are on an MAOI, avocados shouldn't just be limited. They must be red flagged. Your life quite literally depends on it. Mistake number 8 involves a breakthrough in heart science that almost no one has heard of. And for a specific group of you, it is the difference between life and death. Avocados are loaded with plant sterols, which are usually heart-healthy heroes that lower cholesterol. But there is a hidden genetic glitch called esterolmia that turns this benefit into a cardiovascular nightmare. While most people's bodies block excess plant sterols, people with this condition have a broken gate. Their bodies aggressively absorb these sterols at a rate that is 50 to 100 times higher than normal. Instead of protecting your heart, the avocado is now fueling the decline of your arteries. These accumulated plant sterols don't just sit in your blood. They embed themselves in your arterial walls and tendons, accelerating heart disease at a terrifying rate. But here is the most dangerous part. Your standard blood test will miss it. You can have perfect cholesterol numbers and still be a ticking time bomb because routine labs don't look for plant sterols. This creates a state of false reassurance. If you are over 60, eat a plant-heavy diet with regular avocados, but have a family history of heart issues, stop relying on standard labs. You must ask your cardiologist for a plasma plant sterol test. It isn't routine, and they won't order it unless you demand it by name. It is the only way to see the invisible threat currently narrowing your arteries. Mistake number 9 is a practical trap that is quietly sabotaging the health of millions. It's the dangerous belief that because avocado fat is healthy, its calories somehow don't count. This is a metabolic myth. While monounsaturated fat is heart healthy, the laws of physics do not care about your superfood labels. Fat is the most calorie-dense fuel on the planet, packing 9 calories into every single gram, more than double the calories of protein or carbs. You can have the highest quality fat in the world, but the caloric arithmetic remains the same. If you treat avocados as a free food, you aren't just eating healthy, you are accidentally flooding your system with a caloric load that your aging metabolism simply cannot burn off. After 60, your biological budget is shrinking. As you lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia, your body's engine starts to downshift. You simply don't burn fuel like you did at 45. Adding a full avocado every day is like dumping 500 extra calories into a tank that's already full. It's not heart healthy at that point. It's a metabolic overload. This is the cruelest irony of all. Many seniors consume massive amounts of avocado to save their hearts only to end up with elevated triglycerides and visceral fat, the very things that cause heart attacks. The superfood becomes the stressor. The solution is a deliberate portion. 1/3 of an avocado is a medicine. A whole avocado is a mistake. Don't let your health food become your health crisis. Mistake number 10 is the most dangerous of all because it renders every other piece of health advice useless. It is the trap of treating a single food as a miracle cure while ignoring your unique biological reality. The wellness industry wants you to believe that superfoods are universal fixes. They aren't. Population studies may show avocados are healthy, but your body isn't a population. After 60, your health is a complex blueprint shaped by your specific kidney function, your exact medication list, and your gut's unique history. No general recommendation can account for the decades of variables inside you. The ultimate mistake isn't eating too much avocado. It's outsourcing your health logic to a headline. The risks we've discussed today aren't hypothetical. They are biological certainties. The potassium clash with your blood pressure meds is real. The vitamin K tug of war with your blood thinners is real. The bacterial risk, the hidden allergies, and the invisible arterial clogging. These are the predictable collisions of a pharmacologically potent food meeting, an aging body. But listen to me, this is not a reason for fear. It is a mandate for precision. Your body is operating under different rules than it was 20 years ago, and it deserves a different level of respect. Precision, not avoidance, is your shield. When you understand the science, you don't have to fear your food. You just have to know how to use it. Now, here is your action plan, not a list of fears, but a framework for safety. Step 1, know your kidney efficiency score. Ask your doctor for your GFR, your glomerular filtration rate. This is the single most important number for managing potassium. If your GFR is high, your kidneys are flushing correctly and avocados are likely safe. But here is the catch. Millions of seniors have reduced kidney function with 0 symptoms. If your GFR is low, that daily avocado is no longer a healthy snack. It is a metabolic burden. Finding this one number may be the most critical step you take for your heart and your kidneys this year. Step 2, become a master of your medication. Don't just know the names, know the metabolic clash. If you are on an ACC inhibitor, an ARB, or a blood thinner, you aren't just taking a pill. You are changing how your body processes nutrients. Your pharmacist is your secret weapon here. They are more accessible than your doctor and specifically trained in these nutrient collisions. Ask them, how does my vitamin K or potassium intake affect this specific dose? Then, Step 3, read your body's signals. That fluttering in your chest, the itch on your tongue, or that sudden fatigue isn't a coincidence. It's a biological data point. Keep a simple symptom log for 14 days. This isn't just a journal. It's a diagnostic blueprint that gives your doctor the evidence they need to move from guesswork to a cure. Step 4, respect your current metabolic budget. Remember, your body at 60 is not the same machine. It was at 45. 1/3 of an avocado gives you 100% of the biological benefit. Anything more is just extra fuel for a tank that doesn't have the same capacity it once did. Step 5, master the synergistic power move. Research shows that avocado is a nutrient multiplier. When you eat it with tomatoes, carrots, or leafy greens, it acts like a key unlocking the lycopene and lutein in those vegetables. Without that fat, those antioxidants often pass right through you. With it, your absorption skyrockets. This is how you use an avocado-like medicine, not as a filler, but as a delivery system for total body